right. What's up, my people? We all live here now, just checking it out, make sure everything's working. Mic set. Check one, check one. Check two, check two. I'm here with you. What a wonderful, wonderful evening to be covering an absolutely wonderful company with a wonderful release. You know, I think that's kind of cool. What's up, Absurd TV? Best Korean Jesus, Jumping Man, how's everything going? What do you guys think, man? We're gonna head over and check this out in a little bit here. Check out the press conference, man. You guys having a good day so far? It's pretty good here, man. Yo, yo, yo. We're working, man. We're streaming. We're in like Flynn. We got a few people in the chat tonight. We got the chat opened up. Let's get the chat out of the way so we can see this for a second. All good. Look at this, man. Say what you want. Say what you want. But that is beautiful. Now, I did have a little flashback of the Vanguard replay when I first saw it. But then I was like, this is an absolutely beautiful. What's up, Country Fair? This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What do you want to call it? You want to call it a synthesizer? You want to call it a keyboard? You want to call it every single VST on the planet Earth in a box? You can call it that. But one thing you have to call this thing is breathtaking. Isn't this breathtaking? And the cool thing about it is that beautiful little screen they got on there. There must be something absolutely. They must have got some tech from NASA or one of those agencies and put in there, because that is so clear from what I've seen. And Arturia rolled out the red carpet of synthfluencers. We had the drop was insane. They had Bo Beats, they had Lou Pop, they had Dr. Mix, they had a VST player. I don't know, man. I think this is something special. This is coming from a man who doesn't really like VSTs at all, I gotta say, but it just so happens that I've been doing a couple videos lately. A space thermostat, baby. A couple videos lately about VSTs, and I did a Behringer one this morning, right before I went to work. And then this came out, and I was like, this thing kind of answers all the things that I hate about VSTs. A very incomplete Arturia. I don't know. Is it incomplete? This is the question you got to be asking yourself. Is this incomplete because it doesn't have a sound designer's palette on it? Because for me personally, when I look at this thing, I'm actually very glad it has almost zero sound design, and it got 4 macros and 4 effects things, because sometimes you just don't want to be sound design, you just want to jam. And the fact that this is loaded with, shall I say, an ode to the shilling, the greatest VSTs on planet Earth are in this thing. I don't know. It's just, to me, someone who doesn't enjoy VSTs and clicking around on a computer, to be able to get a standalone with the analog let's get into the press conference for a little bit. If you guys seen it, we'll just get into it and we'll talk about it. It's all good. So let's jump over. We got Arturia's page here. They got a few videos coming in. We're gonna check out all of them. Let's check out the press conference for a little bit. And I'm gonna ask you guys a question before we get right into it. Who watched the press conference already? It's not for jammers, it's for live players. Baby, it's for both. Because jammers are live players. That's the thing about it, aren't they? Jammers are the definition of a live player. So when you can just have some synths set up and I don't know, man. Samurai's thinking about picking this thing up, but it's too pricey for me. But we'll see. Platform to sell the sound packs. It's a platform to sell the sound packs, John G, baby. That's true. But I don't know. Let's check it out. Let's check out the press conference. Let's go over here. Let's get on our big screen, baby, so we can sit back and relax. Arturia always got the amazing intros. software to hardware, baby. You keep me inspired. From 1999, the year Y2K, considering we just had the eclipse and now we got the 25-year anniversary, which is super cool. Just a little heads up on why I have such a special place in my heart for Arturia. Arturia was my very first synthesizer. It was the Micro Brute, man, and what an epic little synthesizer it is. I've told the story a million times, but that's why they got a special place in my heart. And Arturia was also the first company to reach out and ask me, not ask me, but, you know, see if I wanted to demo that Mini Brute. Or Mini Freak, sorry. Let's keep going.
Welcome everyone to this live stream broadcasted from Grenoble in France.
Oh, hold on.
Today is a very special day for Arturia as we celebrate our 25th anniversary. So thank you very much for being with us on this special occasion. My name is Frédéric Brun. I'm one of the two founders and I'm the CEO of Arturia. I will be your host today. I won't be the only one speaking. Good news for you and for me. And not only will we reflect on the past, we will also celebrate our pleasure and happiness.
I'm going to do a press conference video,
delivering
American version, just for Arturia.
Musicians we care about.
With my green
and we will
screen.
also be announcing a very important and new product. Arturia started when Gilles Pomeroy, a young man who was studying computer science, and myself, I was studying physical chemistry back then, met in the Grenoble University Orchestra. Gilles was conducting the orchestra, I was playing the violin, and together we created Arturia on the idea that technology could allow anyone to make music. So this is Gilles that you see right now and myself in our very early years.
Look at the boys.
In our 20s when we were both at the university and when we created Arturia. And today we're lucky to have with us Gilles, so we'll be able to tell in the flesh which of us has been aging the best. Salut Gilles.
Salut Frédéric.
Salut.
Everything's good. Thanks,
yes.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming.
Happy to be here.
We're happy you're here, and we're grateful you drove from Strasbourg to be with us today. We very much appreciate that. So can you tell us a little?
So just to reply to one of the comments in the chat, someone said if you're at a gig and you can't use this thing, I don't know. From what I've seen so far, if you're at a gig, it's got basically put in the cutoff, the resonance, an LFO, and an envelope for the macro, I think. And I don't know if you can map that to other stuff on your own before you go to the gig, but man, I think this thing is, I'm impressed, put it that way.
About the start of Arturia.
Yes, you know, back then in the late 90s, to make music, you had to buy a lot of expensive gear to figure out how to connect everything together and to go through a lot of complexity. And so we decided once to work on a new software which would be easy to use, allowing anyone to make music with just a computer.
Yes, sir.
This is Storm Music Studio you're mentioning, right? Our first instrument, our first product ever, which was this easy to use, sort of complete, comprehensive music studio, virtual in software format, coming with instruments and effects.
A MIDI sequencer, a mixing table.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. So we have pictures of Storm, but I don't know if you remember, when we worked on Storm, we also worked on a tutorial video with a 3D animation, and we had this character explaining the product.
That's cool, man. That's
Hello,
old school.
welcome to Storm Software. We are going to demonstrate how to set up a recording studio tailored to your musical tastes and needs with Storm. We are now in the composition screen, which shows you the studio you just built.
I also think that this might be perfect for the log jammer, man. The at-home jammer. I don't know. Look at this.
Control the beat.
You remember how we were calling
what a long
this,
way they've come,
this
man.
character?
Yes, I think he was Arturio.
Arturio, yeah. It's one of the names because more recently people are calling him the Patator, which could be translated in English into the potato, sort of superhero. But he's a friendly figure reminding us of our early years, the candor, willingness to make things simple. And I remember it took us really a lot of time to render all these animations we just saw. So that's yes, cool. Very, very charismatic and figure for Arturia.
Yes, I think Since the start, Arturia always tried to make things simple for the user and fun. And this is what we have managed to keep going
Thanks.
over all these years.
Thanks. With the help of all the team.
They've done a great job, man. You got to give Arturia credit. They've done a really good job, man. And it's kind of inspiring to watch them show how they started and where they've come now, man, because the technology that they're integrating into their things into their products is epic.
But since you're saying that, it's worth mentioning that you left Arturia after 4 or 5 years. You're still in the strategy committee. You're still a good friend. You come often, but you're not part of the company. And that's nice you came. Thanks again for being here. All right, so after Storm, we went to recreate classic synthesizers in software formats. The first one of them was the Moog Modular that we built with the help of Robert Moog. You remember those days, right?
Yes, seriously, it was such a
work
bold
with old
move.
Mr. Moog.
I remember we were this tiny French company, and we managed to convince Bob Moog that we would make the best possible reproduction of his legendary synthesizer.
It's cool.
He was such a gentleman and so kind and benevolent.
What's up,
he
Inky?
spent time with us. He helped us. Eventually, we got to the point that the sound was right for him. It took a couple of years, for sure. This is when we developed also TAE, the set of algorithms that we have, came to be known as TAE, true analog emulation, right?
Yes,
TAE.
it allowed to reproduce the character and the feel of analog circuitry.
So Blaze and Jumpin' Man, let me ask you a question. So you're saying you're better off with a MIDI keyboard and a laptop, but what if you had this and a laptop? Isn't that a level up?
Like never before.
TAE evolved over the years
bros?
with more advanced DSP modeling. We even have machine learning techniques now that
Now
we
they
are
got the machine
using
learning.
for
AI,
software
baby.
recreation of analog circuitry. So it's been, a set of algorithms we've been looking after and that are still providing us with, we feel, additional qualities, sonic qualities for our instruments.
That's cool.
Yes, and the Moog Modular V was one of the,
Space
first
Capsule?
DST instruments, and it was sounding better than anything else available at that time.
And I think a part of that also came from the structure, the modular structure, allowing to have much more sonic possibilities for sound designers. So yes, very powerful, very important product for Arturia. There is another one we could mention in our history, which is the Mini Brute. And the Mini Brute is this analog synthesizer.
Yes, the Mini Brute, it truly reopened the market for analog synthesizers. It was bringing something unique, below $500, and was a real tour de force.
Yes, thanks. I think the choice of the Steiner-Parker filter, you're right, the format as well, the simplicity, ease of use,
baby.
sort of immediate access to everything. The price was a very, very good thing for us. And yes, some way the Mini Brute paved the way for other companies to create their own analog synthesizers afterward. And with Mini Brute, I think we've been partly smart, but partly lucky. And notably lucky to have on our side such people as Yves Husson, for example, who's helped us a lot to understand how to make analog right. Someone like Axel Hartmann for design is the one behind this product, but behind many of our hardware products. And through this...
Let's give a shout out to Axel Hartmann, man. That cat has really been involved in designing some real beautiful, beautiful gear.
Connection, these people, we learned the way to become a real analog synthesizer manufacturer.
Moog Mirror.
Okay, so let's not go through everything. Maybe we can stop just quickly on Origin, because maybe not everyone knows Origin, but this was our first hardware project.
This is pretty cool.
It was a very, very hard project because we decided to make a digital keyboard for a stage keyboardist.
I can't get it for $2,000.
And we ran focus groups because we were trying to make good marketing, and we thought it was great marketing to embed all the features, everything that people were requesting. So eventually we created this huge, amazing products. It took us 7 or 8 years to deliver the product, so a huge project as well. We sold a couple of thousand, so we never really made money out of that. But still, the owners, I receive message sometime, are still using it. It's a great instrument. We've seen it on stage with such as Rihanna or Lady Gaga, Avril Lavigne, for example. Earth, Wind & Fire have the desktop version. You remember we had the desktop version and the keyboard version.
Yes, and maybe we can mention a more recent product with Analog. It is a software that I love to use personally, by contrast to the Origin, which was
So what
quite
do you guys think?
high-end
You
and
think this is for
elitist.
DJs?
Analog is
I
very
think
easy
there's
to
way
use
more
and,
to this than
for
meets the
everyone.
eye, to be
That's true.
honest.
It's easier to use. Yeah, it's true that Origin was expensive, in a sense, elitist, but
And if you get your mind out of the idea that it's a sound design tool and it's more of like a sound producing tool, man, the fact that you have all the Analog Lab virtual synthesizers in there, plus you got all of the epic like actual pianos and electric pianos and stuff in there. I don't know, man. We'll get into this in a little bit, but at first I was like, oh no, I thought it was going to be one of the big boys coming, the new hardware, but that's coming.
it was, in my opinion, quite easy to use as well. But yes, Analog Lab is used by hundreds of thousands. It's delivered with our controller keyboards like the MiniLab, the
Mini
Keylab
Freak's a
Essential, the Keylab as
no-brainer.
well.
Mini Freak to
and
me
we
is
even have a free version of Analog
probably
Lab
best
now,
value
called
for
Analog
money
Lab
going
Play.
right now,
Yes,
if you
and
ask me.
Yep.
to me,
Hydrosynth
excuse me,
Explorer,
it's interesting
Mini
to see
Freak.
how Arturia tries to simplify the onboarding and the use of their products, and keeps tackling important challenges, trying to solve musicians' real issues.
Yeah,
It's an
thanks for
interesting
saying
market
that,
they're
Gilles.
cracking,
Especially
though.
since
They're
you're
going
not
for
part of the
the,
company anymore. You're not maybe as suspect as I
player.
am of being biased. But yes, this is what we're trying to do. Make sure that people make music in a playful way, that they find simplicity in our products, that they find quality as well, sonic quality notably, and that they can be empowered to deliver what they want and deliver the best of themselves. So thanks a lot. I'm gonna go on presenting the next part of this keynote today. But thanks a lot for coming all the way from Strasbourg. Thanks, Gilles, very much.
Thank
and
you,
since
Gilles.
you were mentioning our ability to tackle challenges and try to empower musicians, there is a musician we've been looking at for some time. Someone we feel has not benefited from all the changes we have seen in other areas
It's
of
kind
the
of true.
industry. Someone we believe could enjoy much more modern
The
solutions.
bedroom musician.
This person is
That's
the
what I
stage
thought he was gonna
keyboardist.
say.
He's the one we are looking at today
Which
with
is-
much sympathy, shall I say.
Come on.
There
That's
is a
us.
growing distance between these two persona. The
Translation,
producer
he's talking about the
on
bedroom
his computer
musician, too,
and the
which is
performer
us,
on his digital keyboard.
Yes.
With stage keyboard, for sure, you have control, but sounds are limited to something we've known and heard for years. They're actually quite classic, With software instruments, you have access to more modern sounds. Think serum, pigments, massive. On software, you have much more synthesis techniques. They can be granular, they can be additive,
There's
etc.
more stuff coming. This
On
is
hardware,
this is
on
the
stage
first
keyboards right
salvo.
now, it's mostly sample-based, right? So more capabilities on the computer, opening the sound palette more dramatically, notably thanks to much more advanced effects as well. On the computer, you can look for sound in a much more convenient way. On screen, you see our product Analog Lab. We just mentioned that with Gilles, allowing you to look for sound by instrument, like the piano, the Minimoog, for example, by type, like bass, lead, by sound designer as well. You can use tags, etc., etc. On digital keyboards, you still have to dive through menus with limited capacities to find the sound you need, and often a limited sound set as well. So there is a need for more simplicity and at the same time a need for more power. In many other industries, manufacturers have found ways to take benefit of nowadays possibilities, using mobile phones, for example, Wi-Fi, etc., etc.
Yep.
Look at Dyson, how they make their vacuum cleaners or their air purifiers. Withings,
vacuums
with their scales, is another good example.
To laptops.
You will also, of course, think of
electric
Tesla
cars.
with their cars.
We bring
Why
you
not yet
the
in our industry?
Astrolab.
Where didn't we bring that already? And one of the key issues musicians face, it's still hard to go from studio to stage. Look at this picture. You see Steve Porcaro from Toto. He's using the CS80V on his computer. But how does he get this sound
I would have
on
liked
stage?
to see.
Of course, he can record it,
$1,200
sample it, but then he loses all the benefits of synthesis. He cannot alter the sound. He cannot tweak the parameters. So how do you go from studio to stage?
Let's see it.
I guess we all agree. It is time we do something about that. It is time we give stage keyboardists new solutions that build on everything you can do today. It is time we introduce a new product for them to consider.
I like it.
So today, we are extremely happy and proud to unveil Astrolab.
Arturia's got awesome marketing. Come on. Look at this. Come on. Pigments? That's a work of art. Avant-garde stage keyboard.
Astrolab is a 61-note digital keyboard with quick access to all the sounds you need, classic and
You don't
modern.
have to buy the software
a way
on
to
top
browse
of it.
sound
If you
by
buy the
instruments,
keyboard, you get
such
the
as
software
the Prophet 5, the
for
piano,
free.
or even the Pigment synthesizer. A way to look for sounds by artists as well.
This presentation.
We believe Astrolab
Jumping
is a
man. Come on, man.
revolutionary
You got no
instrument.
taste, brother.
And to introduce it more in depth, I'm calling Lily Georgie
This is that
and Matt
French.
Paul.
You know c'est quoi?
Thanks. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right.
Astrolab redefines
go,
the
Lily.
stage keyboard.
Lily
it
and
allows
Matt.
you to play both iconic and modern sounds.
I'm going to
The
join them.
interface is super intuitive and fun to play with, and it comes with a mobile app and software integration that makes it even more powerful. And we're going to show you all of that today.
It's
Thanks,
pretty.
Lily. My name's Matt, and I'm really excited to show for you all of the capabilities of this brand new
What's up,
instrument.
Maddie?
So, of course, Astrolab comes with all of the sounds that you would need on stage, including high-quality pianos, so what's crazy is to
freak.
hear that and know that our instruments are not sample-based. Our instruments are using physical modeling, making them extremely expressive and easy to shape into the sound that we want. So if I move on to the E piano and play something from our Clean Mark V, which is a physical model of a Fender Rhodes electric piano,
Maddie's got the
I'll play some
chops.
chords.
Man, I got to learn how to play piano.
And as I start to turn the brightness and the timbre knobs, you'll start to hear that
I think it's got
those
enough,
knobs
man.
are affecting the EQ and the hammer hardness of the instrument. Giving us complete control over the kind of sound that we want.
Yes, indeed.
So that's of course our B3 organ, and the brightness knob is controlling where
I think
the
it's got
drawbars
enough,
are.
man.
So
I really
with
do.
that one knob, it takes us from a soft organ sound like I just played,
Yeah, every
to
VST
maybe
in
more of a
Arturia's
fuller
lineup
sounding
is in
organ,
this
and I might
thing.
add
I
a
think
bit
they said
more
there's
Leslie speed
1,300
here with the
presets
mod
or
wheel,
something crazy.
and also add a bit more distortion from the effects section that might take us in more of a rock direction.
Oh, nice one, Matt.
Thank you.
And so what
Atta
makes
boy,
Astrolab
Maddie.
shine even more are sounds that go beyond the typical stage
Yeah,
keyboard.
that's what we're looking for.
And those include
We're looking for the more. I'm interested. I like the pigments in the pigment sounds in here and the synth sounds. That's what I'm interested in. And I'm wondering if this is not enough knobs. I don't know, man. How many? Guess what? Let's think about it. You go up on stage. It's not even Arturia VST, my guy. You go up on the stage and you got that plus a couple little modules, man, and for all the tweaking to your heart's content. Imagine you go up there with that, and you go up there with a Roland SEO2 by Studio Electronics for all that twiddle diddle, and you get up there with let's see what else you got. You got a Wave State, or you got like another smaller synth, Hodgerson's Explorer. You got the Mini Freak, and man, you can twiddle away. But then you got your staple quick switch and synth keyboard. I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm on the fence still because I want to watch some more.
iconic analog synths.
That's right.
That's right.
So starting with the bass section, our first patch here is from the Korg MS-20 analog synth. And as I adjust the brightness,
Yeah. Standalone is the key, and that super awesome
you can really start to hear the
Spaceman
warmth of that analog
glass.
filter, which simply wouldn't be possible with samples. And if I change the patch and have a look at another one here,
want to do with that, Jumping Man? Come on.
There's plenty of fun to be
Who's
had by
cringe?
adjusting these macros on any of
Samurai is
the
the king of
1,300
cringe.
plus
That's what
sounds that are
people are
loaded
saying.
into the Astrolab. So once we've got the analog synths covered, we might want to have a look at more modern sounds. And by that, we can use pigments, which enables us to utilize all of the synthesis engines
up, Billy
such
Bart,
as
Cody?
wavetable, FM,
Could be a fingerprint magnet.
granular, and so
Granular.
on. So if I change to a pigments patch here,
Oh, that sounds insane.
that's right. And I
does
might go to
sound
the
insane.
sequencer section and show that once more.
I know, man. You don't want to be eating a bag of Cheetos and playing with this. Sounds good to me, man.
The possibilities are endless with this kind of instrument, and it makes Astrolab one of the most powerful stage keyboards ever developed.
And so there are thousands of sounds.
The most
that you can
powerful
find on
stage
Astrolab.
keyboard ever
And
developed.
browsing is pretty
I like
easy.
that.
Do you want to show us?
Sure.
Yeah.
So we can browse by types,
This is the key, man.
instruments,
Look at
and
the
artists. So
at
if I
the
go into
pixel-
the
look at
instrument
the-
section here, I can
that's so
select
clear,
sounds
man.
by searching from over 30 original instruments, including pianos, organs,
Someone
and
today said
synthesizers.
that they even put
So
a
you've got
mirror in
all of the
there
most
so
classic,
Cuckoo
iconic
could see his
synths such
face
as the
reflected
ARP
back. Someone said
2600,
that. I don't know if it's true or not, but that'd be
CS80, the DX7, Juno. Let's land on this Jupiter 8 here and see how that sounds.
That's true.
Yeah, lovely sound.
Yeah, white plastic.
And so
I like white
can
though,
also
man.
find
White's
all of the
my favorite
sounds
color.
of the most iconic artists on Astrolab.
It won't sell
And
well.
this is easily done in the artist tribute section.
That's right.
Cool. I
So
think.
starting from the top here, I might go to
And look at all the
to
patches.
this
I think
band,
this
Daft Punk
band tribute. That's interesting.
section, and play something that you might recognize.
Yes.
Daft Punk, man. Simple.
Or might
Pigments
go
Romper,
to
yeah.
a little UK
But it's not
based
saying
band
it's not
called
saying it's
Radiohead
something
that
else.
I
Do you
quite
understand?
enjoy, and I might play
This is
something
saying
from a patch
exactly
that I've
what it
always wanted
is.
to be able to play with.
It's every VST in the world in that beautiful white case. It's gonna sell. I think it's gonna sell. Listen. I'm a preset guy. I love presets. I love presets. Yeah, they rolled out the red carpet for Synthfluencers today.
So what's really important for any stage keyboardist is the ability to access sounds while performing. And with playlists, we can organize the presets in songs and use the 10 preset buttons on the front panel to quickly switch between
So
presets.
it's a performer's keyboard.
That's right.
You know, it
and
is
with
what
the
it is.
Astrolab Connect
It's,
mobile
it's a
application,
beautiful looking
I
performer's
can
keyboard.
prepare my playlist right before
I know
a
it's
gig,
not
for
every
example,
VST,
and
brother.
then load it directly
I'm just
onto
kidding.
my Astrolab.
It's
That's right. So I've prepared
kind
a
of my
song with
style of
4 patches on it
exaggeration.
that I'll play for you now with a backing track.
Not only is it every VST in the world, it's every VST in the world and beyond. It's dope, man. It's dope. Yeah, I'm getting rid of my MPC. That thing's going straight somewhere. Maybe the closet, maybe I'll keep it, but man, that thing's annoying. Come on, Jumper Man, you get the funk. Woo! I might buy it just for this riff. MPC, plugged it in 2 or 3 times, got so annoyed, unplugged it, put it in a box, stuck it under the coffee table.
Oh, nice one, Matt.
Thanks.
And so with the Astrolab Connect
It
app,
is the best synthesizer
I
of
can
our
remote
generation, I
control
think
my
it might be.
Astrolab and browse sounds by types, by instruments, and by sound banks. So here I'm going to select a type, so keys, and
right.
load different presets
I
directly
think
on
what
the
I'm going to
Astrolab.
do is I am going to do the American version of this press release. 707 Brox. Who in the chat likes the MPC?
And I can also check out the new sounds on the sound store. There are over 10,000 sounds on there that I can download onto Astrolab. In the sound store here, and another really cool feature.
I don't use anything. I'll tell you what I use. Let me pause this for a second. Answer this question. So Ron, what do I use for what are you asking? What do I use to record music? What I use to record music is I use OBS. This sounds crazy. I'll record the video in OBS, and then I'll throw OBS into iMovie. Then I'll disconnect the audio from the video. Then I'll save the video, and then I'll put the WAV file into GarageBand, and then that's how I do the audio. It's an insane workflow that only the most patient of man can do. Oh, for sequencing? So for sequencing, the brain of my setup is the Op6 at the moment, but I think I might change it to the Mini Freak. I run my sequences into the Op6. They both MIDI out into the mod wave and the wave state, and then those play off of the CCs that I'm putting into the Op6. I use the mod wave to add a bunch of like ethereal effects in there. Yeah, I should do a breakdown sometime, but that's pretty much what I do.
Directly in the app.
That's really cool. So now you have Astrolab to play on stage, the Astrolab Connect app to prepare, but there's also this awesome connection to the computer through our Analog Lab software.
Yeah, I will.
When you're in the studio, this is the way to go.
All right, let's see
Analog Lab is our most popular software with over 2,000 sounds that you can explore and find inspiration with. It makes Astrolab even more powerful as it's a seamless transition from studio to stage.
That's what we're looking for.
When they're both linked, whatever I do on Analog Lab is directly mirrored onto Astrolab. So here we have Astrolab library, all the presets, and I can make changes really easily to the names or to the effects.
Perfect. So
another amazing thing that you can do in Analog Lab is directly drag and drop a preset from Analog Lab onto Astrolab. So here I'm going to take a preset,
iMovie, and then
drag it onto my Astrolab library. And now it's inside Astrolab.
Wave state's amazing, man. I got to get the Mark II though. I want to switch
Sometimes I really want to go into a sound and change it more in depth.
To the modules.
So I can go into Analog Lab, select a preset, open up the instrument. So here I'm opening up pigments, and I can play around with the parameters until I'm happy with the sound.
Ooh. I need a sound like that, actually.
And then once I'm happy with my sound, I can go and create a performance.
Don't get the MPC, man.
So here I have my DAW with several different instances of Analog Lab and the preset that you just heard. So I'm going to take you through the track, building it up. Let's go.
Deluge is awesome. I convinced my buddy to get a Deluge Ron, and my buddy loves your channel, and he's used you for everything he knows about Deluge, so you do great work.
Controlling the piano.
You can modulate this thing, man.
And going back to the lead.
Don't do it. No MPC. Don't get the MPC. I'm warning you. This is cool.
And so this gives you a taste of what's possible
with
Analog Lab and Astrolab.
Thank you, Lily. Very clear. How about we see what other artists are doing with Astrolab?
I love using analog gear. I love using digital gear. And this is why I love Astrolab. This takes care of so many things that I do in a road. Whatever keyboard you want with you, you don't have to worry about it anymore. It's here. Every keyboard that...
I said, if you're looking for a knob for a function, 30 knobs on your keyboard that you can sound design to your heart's content, this ain't for you. But if you're looking for amazing sounding virtual analog synthesizers and instruments, then this might be for you, you know? Is it for me? Price-wise, it's not for me. I can't get it, but if I had a bunch of money laying around or a pot of gold, I'd go pick this up just to try it, you know? Send me one, and I'll try it. I'll demo it.
Arturia has emulated, and their plugins, this is it.
Yeah. We don't need another key lab at the moment. We need...
I love that it's compact and easy to carry, and I can do all of that.
Group.
But I love the feel of it, actually.
We'll talk about the MPC in a minute. All right, I think that's enough of these guys for now. That's a cool press conference. So let's go check out something else. Let's have a little chat here while we're waiting, though. So I'm going to check this video out. But the thing is, let me tell you a little something about the MPC. The thing about the MPC is, I don't understand. For me personally, it just doesn't fit into anything I'm doing. I've thought about it. I've racked my brain. It doesn't integrate into my setup, I don't think. Maybe the Squarp would be better or something like that there. But this MPC, the workflow is just, it's annoying, man. I cannot even, and someone's like, man, spend a year with it. Man, I gotta spend a year with all the rest of the stuff I got. So I need something a little more integratable quickly, because we don't got time to waste, baby. We're trying to get to space, all right? Why'd you give up? Give up on what, the MPC? I gave up on the MPC because there was too much scrolling, menu diving, clicking, setting up, and it was just not for me. I just don't think it's for me. Yeah, Squarp, I think, is more for me, but I don't know. I haven't looked into that yet, and I'm known for just picking stuff up, and guess what? This is kind of what I do. I pick stuff up, I get it going, and if it jives with me instantly, I'm like, awesome. And this is the first thing I've ever bought and ever put into the spaceship where I was like, this is gonna make my plane crash. This is gonna make my ship crash. I gotta get this out of here. I didn't even hook it up to anything yet because I couldn't even wrap my head around what I'm even getting into here. And is this even what I got going on? You know what I'm saying? But I love the beautiful color. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it for a little longer and mess around with it. I gotta find out the shortcuts. Can somebody send me some type of shortcut menu? All right, let's check out this tutorials by Astrolab, because I want to actually see what this thing can do. Yeah, I need a MIDI sequencer.
G'day guys, it's Matt Paul here, and I'm stoked to show you
Matty.
Astrolab, Arturia's first ever stage keyboard. You're looking at an instrument that offers musicians a whole new world of sound exploration. During this tutorial, you'll learn all about its hardware features.
I know, I gotta learn it.
Let's dive in.
I can't give up. Machines won't sell it. Might have to take a vote.
Astrolab is an avant-garde stage keyboard that
Give me a 1
seamlessly
for
blends
sell the
classic and modern
MPC,
sounds,
2 for
offering
keep
an
it.
innovative stage solution for performers. Highlighting the synergy of hardware and software, which incorporates cutting-edge Arturia modeling technologies,
That's right.
bringing over 1,300 refined presets from award-winning V collection instruments to
Man, I
the
love
stage
that
for the
button.
very first time. The 61-key
I'm
semi-weighted
not chilling.
keyboard
This is
featuring
genuine. I
Aftertouch
love that
is
button.
equipped with a built-in arpeggiator, chord and scale
I could
modes,
just buy the
and
button.
recording and looping functions. This versatile instrument puts multi-timbral presets at your fingertips, allowing intuitive shaping of your sound with macros
I know,
and effects
but Ron, you're an
tailored to your
absolute
musical
genius,
style.
man. You're a
Astrolab
legendary
ensures
genius.
top-notch connectivity with MIDI in and out, sustain, expression, and aux pedals,
Your
as well as a
aptitude for
stereo
learning
combo
gear is
input and a stereo headphones
extraordinarily
line output.
humbling.
For seamless sound integration,
I got the
Astrolab
red,
features a
MPC
built-in
one
USB-C computer connector, USB-A host for external device charging or power, and
Sweet.
Wi-Fi Bluetooth modules for Analog Lab computer integration
Bluetooth.
and dedicated phone app connectivity. Here's an instrument that is
got
a
this for blocking all
manifestation
the
of
Bluetooth.
everything we feel is missing from performance-oriented keyboards. More than the sum of its parts, Astrolab awaits for you to try it yourself. Before we'll dive into exploring all of its functions, let's play a few sounds
Yeah, I
to
got the
begin
one.
with.
MPC one red.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Big Wireless has once again
What's up,
raised
Ryan?
their prices. In response, we're bringing
Keep it. See. might give it away. I don't know. Might raffle it off if it annoys me. That sounds nice. Listen. What are you in it for? What are you in it for? Are you in it for sounds or are you in it for sound design? If you're in it for sound design, this ain't for you. If you're in it for absolute very cool sounds, this is for you, I think. I don't know, man. But it's for me when it comes down to, it's got to be 1,200 or less for me, man. I can't afford that. The missus will kill me. Yeah, I know. Problem is I got ADHD and I need to learn multiple things at once, so I can't focus just on the NPC. Even Ryan Reynolds, yeah. Take a hike, Ryan Reynolds. That screen is clear. I want to see that with the lights off. I want the lights off and see what that looks like. So
For any stage keyboard, the most important feature is its set of sounds. So let's first talk about what lies at the heart of this instrument.
I like that shirt.
Astrolab is powered with a curated collection of 1,300 presets. These sounds are perfectly adjusted for live playing. Astrolab's library can be divided into typical stage keyboard sounds filled with pianos, electric pianos, organs, and strings.
$2,000. All right. I'll tell you what I'd like this for when I'm thinking about this here. Because when I think about something, I'm trying to think about how it integrates into the spaceship. And how this would integrate into the spaceship on my end would be, is that I got so much other gear for sound sculpting. Sometimes when I'm just jamming, I want to be able to go pick a preset or a lead right away. Boom, it's there. High quality sound, a little bit of tweakability, but the rest of the tweaking's going on over there. That's kind of what I'm thinking about when I'm looking at this thing. Besides the fact that it's absolutely gorgeous and that looks like the window to a space capsule. Hey, Jumping Man, take it easy, baby. Get some rest. Check out some sounds, man. Some cool sounds coming out of this thing. Yeah, man. I'll show you the spaceship here in a sec.
Along with Heritage V Collection instrument sounds found in the keys, pads, leads, or sequences categories.
Toto. Machines 1, man, you got that little going on. Well, you got the
then more hybrid and modern sounds.
They're traditional keyboardists, man. Add the drums to the V collection, yeah. Cool, cool. Wow. That's basic.
As well as multi-sounds or sounds dedicated to famous artists.
Yeah, let's go. Pick one. Oh, there goes your OBX, baby! Woo, woo!
But that's not all. Access over 10,000 sounds through integration with Analog Lab, Pigments, V Collection instruments, and the Sound Store. These
high quality. You're telling me that didn't sound just like the OBX 8A, UBXA. I don't know. That's your OBXA right there.
Sounds would not feel as good without a high quality semi-weighted keyboard. It has 61 keys, is velocity sensitive, and has channel aftertouch built into it. The LEDs above the keyboard inform you of what notes are being played, and divide the keyboard into colored parts when using multi-mode.
Loop pop stuff's too long for me, man.
Above the keys, there's a pitch bend and a mod wheel, alongside the octave switches.
To be honest,
On top of the library of sounds, Astrolab offers a fun way to tweak and edit them. The instrument section provides 4 performance controls that allow you to change the tone and timbre of your sound while playing. Their design allows you to always stay in the sweet spot during performances,
Nick Bat's
encouraging
awesome.
improvisation
Shout out
while
to
making
Sonic
sure
State,
you're
man.
always
Amazing
in control.
show.
Let's play this preset while tweaking
I'm
each
happy to get more
control to see
pumped
how
up
they
these
change
days.
particular areas of the sound.
Actually, you want to check out Nick Bat's demo of this? Skip this guy? Let's check out Nick Bat's demo, Sonic State. Let's go. Let's get old Nicky Bat on the go. Sonic State. Because he did a good little noodle at the beginning. Let's check it out. All right. We're not going to play the whole thing because it's theirs, but let's just play Nick's little beginning intro. See, when you look at that there, man, that is gorgeous. Here's old Nicky Bat, baby. Sounds good to me, man.
As the night fell upon us, the sky was clouded with darkness. There she was, standing in the doorway. Elise, you broke my heart. But I can't help but think. Thank you for returning. Good night.
Hello and
cool.
welcome to another
Bat?
Sonic Lab. Today we're looking at the rather, well, hot off the press. This is
Off the press, mate.
Arturia Astrolab. And this is a completely new product category for Arturia.
Yep.
It's a stage keyboard with its own sound source in it. What you were hearing there was the piano.
And look at the gear Nicky Bat got in the background. He's got the, what has he got? The drum brute. He's got the Erica synths down there, I think that is. He's got, what's that one? What else he got? He's got the Erebus up there, the Abyss, it looks like. He's got some cool stuff. All right. So that's it, man. That's enough of the Arturia Astrolab. What do you guys think, man? What do you think of this wonderful, interesting release? I think next we got coming, man. We got the new poly. I don't know what they're gonna call it, but is it gonna be the what is it? What we call it? The Mega Brute. We're gonna have the Mega Freak, the Super Freak. You know, all that's coming down the pipe for Super Booth. But I'm pretty impressed with that for what it is. I love the white, but you know, I won't be eating any Cheetos if I was playing it. Love the white. Love the space bubble interface it's got. I think it's super simple. The only part I'm disappointed in, I'm just disappointed that we didn't get a couple other big releases. I thought it would have been cool to do a 25-year anniversary. If I was running Arturia, this is what I would have done. I would have done a 25-year anniversary, and I would have released 3 products. I would have released this beautiful little keyboard that got the Astrolab. I would have released the Astro Brute, and I would have released the Astro Freak. All 3 of them, Astro products. And all of them being epic. And then you got something for everyone. You got something for the stage performer. You got the bedroom musicians like us in there. You know? And then you got, everyone's really anticipating this new poly synth that's coming. So, I'm impressed. I liked it. Versus the NI Control, that's the question. Native Instruments Control? I don't know. It's a tough call. Tough call, man. Let's switch over here to the radio setup. See what we got going on. Hold on now. Let me get this set up properly. I'll show you, Rom, what I got going on here for the setup, man, at the moment. You get a quick look at it, and then we'll call it a night. So is what we got going on here. We got We got the Op 6 here running the whole butte. Gotta be drinking that pre-workout, baby. We the synth fighters in here. All right, so we got, maybe I'll get some pre-workout and sell it in my store so we can buy some synthesizers. All right, so we got the Op 6 right here, controlling usually all my sequences, and that runs into the mod wave over here and the wave state right here. Down here, I got the HydraSynth Deluxe, which I, you know, do my thing down here on that when we're jamming. I got the monopoly right here, okay? I got the Neutron up there, I got the Wasp up there, and I got the Model D. None of them are plugged in right now because I only got this little small mixer down here, and I don't got enough inputs anymore. So that's that. Then, if you can see, down here, I got Minilog XD, which is also not plugged in at the moment. And I got this up here to add to the vocals. All right, so I watched that girl do the demo and I thought it was cool and I picked it up on a deal. So we got that baby. And then I got 2 ET VHSs I picked up at a yard sale, unopened, unwatched. So I think that's cool. I don't know where I got this thing. My brother gave me that for some weird reason. I got the Space Cowboy thing. Also picked that up for like $5 at a yard sale too. Yeah, I think that's a cool. The only Behringer I'd like to add to the setup will be the Behringer Cat. Yeah, the wall of monos up there. Yeah, this is the wall of monos, except for the Minilog XD, which I'd like to get back in the mix because that got some really cool sounds in there too. But I also got the Mini Brute, which I think I need to like. Maybe I need to get another stand. That's why I wish I had the Mark II and all these, so I could do the stack. You know? Hydra sounds pretty cool, man. The Hydra sounds amazing. If you do vocals, do yourself a favor and find the TC Helicon Voslav. I'll check that out. Miss the yard sales, bro. Man, there's yard sales everywhere here. Spring's coming up, and there's going to be a ton of yard sales happening. You know? I'll tell you one thing, though. I also got the Chroma console over here. And the microcosm there for effects, but I don't got those plugged in yet at the minute. On the drums, I got right here, I got the Korg drum log. I was a huge Korg fan, so I started with the Op 6, then I got the Wave State, then I got the Mob Wave, then I got the Korg drum log, and I find they all go really nice together, although the drum log is a bit of a nightmare to play when it's dark. Yeah, those pedals are amazing. I should do another video on those pedals through the HydraSynth or something like that too. I should do a video with the Green Monster RD6 through the Chroma console before I raffle it off. That'd be cool. You know, that's what we're looking at here. So that's what we're looking at for the setup. Next live stream, I'll do a jam. I'll get a jam going for sure, and then we can. Did you guys check out the opening scene for my Mini Freak video? The Bloodsport-esque style synth contractor. I thought that was pretty funny. I added that at the end. I thought it was funny. If you haven't checked it out, check out the Mini Freak demo. And no, I didn't sell the MPC yet. Didn't sell it, but I'm about to think about selling it because it's annoying. I'm going to give it another shot. I'm going to take Ron's advice and I'm going to give it another shot. I'm not raffling off the Chroma console, no, bro. I'm raffling off the RD6 that Rose Samurai gave me. Be fun just to chill and chat. Yeah, it would be. Ron, you're always welcome, man, to come on for the Synth Fighter podcast that we're just messing around with, me and Echo Craft. If you're into that someday, let me know. Send me an email. Chill and chat. I'm down for a chill and chat. Watch some videos. Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna try to do the live streams a little more often, switching it up. Do some jams, do some like watch parties like that. I'm gonna keep it. I'll keep it. Ron, you convinced me. I'll keep it, man. I'll keep it for a little bit longer. I am the guy who doesn't sell anything. I only give it away, so can't sell it. I'd have to give it away. So I'd have to raffle the MPC-1 Red Demon off. But it's haunting me at the moment. It's haunting me so much that I won't even go and open the box again. I put it in the box, stuck it under the coffee table, and I was like, I can't touch this for a little while until I'm willing to dedicate a massive amount of time. And I got too many irons in the fire, man, everywhere now. Bolo and his peeps banging some tunes. I should. But Maybe I'll raffle off one of these. Any of you guys got a VHS player? Bloodsport's got an awesome soundtrack. Yeah, I know. That's the problem. I'm stuck in this kind of like workflow. The thing about it is, when I bought the HydraSynth Deluxe, dude, the workflow on that was almost like, it's like I came from a past life where I had a HydraSynth in the future and I just knew how to use it. When I picked up the Mini Freak the other day, it was like I knew how to use it. When I pick up the MPC, it's like I found the Dead Sea Scrolls in a language that I just can't understand. And no matter how many times I look at the scroll, I can't figure it out. So, I don't know, man. But to be honest with you, I haven't spent that much time with it yet. So I have to give it a trade it? Yeah, I might trade it up. What would someone trade for an MPC red one? Anyway. Yeah, I know. The HydraSynth is laid out amazing. The Mini Freak's laid out amazing. I can't wait to use the Mini Freak with the HydraSynth, but the Mini Freak's downstairs now because it's so portable. I'm just really enjoying the Geiger preset, man. Electrons, a lot of people love Electrons too. I like Electrons as well, but I've never played one, but I like them. So yeah. So that's it, man. I'm gonna take off. I gotta hit the sack, so I gotta get up at 3:30 a.m. and go to work. But I really appreciate you guys joining me. It was an absolute pleasure. Like I said, I'll do more of a studio rundown. Maybe I'll do one day and we can just chat. Yeah, hit up the Discord. We got the Discord started. I guess I should throw the Discord link, but I can't remember what it is. I'll throw that in. If you guys don't know the Discord, go scroll back through community, the community tab. The Discord link's in there somewhere, or someone else can throw it in the chat. I need a Dreadbox. Man, I want the Dreadbox Abyss so bad. I like the Erebus too, but I know nobody likes the red MPC. To me, I think it's the best. But what I might do is I might buy one of those real cool skins and put the skin on the MPC. Because I think maybe the red's confusing me. It's just too crazy. But anyways, what's up, Davey boy? Yeah, Rewind, man. We just checked out the Arturia press conference, checked out some videos, just chilled on it. And that's all we did tonight. And just showing a couple of the fellas set up here and stuff, what we got going on. And like I said, absolute pleasure. You guys enjoy your evening. We'll be back later on. And my verdict on the Astrolab thing is, I think for what it is, it's a really, really good piece of kit. For me personally, it's too expensive. I can't afford that. But the fact that it's got so many sounds in there, and I actually like the limiting factor of the modulation ability for live jamming. So for me as a live jammer, I think that Astrolab would fit into my setup perfectly. I just can't afford it. Not until I get some of that pre-workout or that bone broth brewed up in the basement and I start selling it on here, maybe then I'll be able to afford it. All right, so you guys have a good night, man. It was an absolute pleasure. Take it easy. Enjoy yourselves. And like I said, that's that synth show. Slow, slow.